Shane's TV, which is going to bring you lots of exploring around Ireland. This week we are at Wicklow, Glendalough, County Wicklow. Yes, we are in Glendalough, a beautiful place with a perfectly round tower, 100 feet tall. The door is 12 foot off the ground, which means that they used a ladder to get up and pulled the ladder back up so invaders wouldn't invade them. We are going to bring you Glendalough. This tower was built between the 10th century and the 12th century. Today, on this very sunny day, we are going to bring you more of Glendalough. Kevin's Church, or most commonly known as St. Kevin's Kitchen because of its chimney-like on the roof, was built in the 12th century here in Glendalough. So St. Kevin's Kitchen, or St. Kevin's Church. Yes, I proved myself right. Glendalough is one of the most beautiful places to visit with your family on a walk, or just breathing in this wonderful woods around Glendalough. This is truly wild. Glendalough really is fabulous. And then the view is even more spectacular. I love walking here. It is great fun and great woods and lots of stuff here, because I really love the feel when we're walking here with lots of trees and then looking out at the view. It's just spectacular. Let's keep walking.
Ziggy played guitar, jamming good with Weird and Gilly and the spiders from Mars. He played it left hand but made it too far. Became the special man, then we were Ziggy's band. Ziggy really sang, screwed up eyes and screwed down hairdo, like some cat from Japan. He could lick 'em by smiling, he could leave 'em to hang. They came on so loaded, man, well hung and snow.
Now we are going to the visitor centre in Glendalough, where we will see lots of information on Glendalough, the Glendalough Visitor Centre.
A modern sense, but a major centre of power and wealth with a strong religious focus. Inside the enclosure, the site was a bustling hive of activity with a large population. At the heart of the settlement, in the inner enclosure, lived the abbot, the spiritual father of the community. Here stood the cathedral, the primary place of worship. The round tower and the graveyard were also close by. The guest house in the inner enclosure was an important building. It provided hospitality to travelling scholars and pilgrims. The monks lived in a cluster of houses in the outer enclosure. Nearby, in the scriptorium, scholars and scribes produced or copied manuscripts. In the craftsman's huts, objects of wood, metal, stone, leather, bone and antler were produced for use in the settlement and for exchange or trade. Farm produce, such as milk and cheese, was kept in the dairy. Other foodstuffs, dried beans and peas, herbs, salted meat, and vats of wine and beer, were stored in the kitchen. Food was cooked outside, except in bad weather, and was eaten in the refectory. The fertile soils of the garden grew peas and beans, onions, celery, cabbage, and root vegetables. Herbs such as chives were grown in the herb garden. An orchard provided the community with apples and plums. Beehives provided honey, wax for making candles, and for the wax tablets used by scholars. At the river, a horizontal watermill was used for milling grain. Grain was important in the diet of the many men, women, and children who inhabited this vibrant, thriving church settlement.
Glendalough Round Tower. The cap was rebuilt from fallen stones in 1876. There are 4 windows in the top floor of the tower and 1 window in each of the lower floors. The Glendalough Tower is one of the tallest examples at over 30 metres. Mixed schist is the main building stone, with the occasional use of granite. The walls of the round tower are approximately 1 metre thick. The Glendalough Round Tower was probably built in the 11th century. The door is over 3 metres above ground. The circumference of the base of the tower is almost exactly half its height. This was a common formula for the construction of round towers. The tower is built on gravel and its foundations are 1 metre deep. That's some useful information there on the Glendalough Round Tower. Well, now we went back, in October we went back to Glendalough, me and John, to walk around a good few kilometres to walk around. So let's go back to Glendalough. We went a walk around and had a bit of lunch in Glendalough.
We're here in Glendalough doing a walk around the lake, a circuit of the lake. It takes 3 to 4 hours, about 9 to 10 kilometres, and we're just down at the end of heading up the south side of the lake. We're going to have our lunch when we get to the top. We're doing a sponsored walk for Lakers. Yeah, up on top of the hill here there are quite a number of deer, and the National Wildlife Service are down at the bridge down below, and they're expecting to see some of the stags rutting, which will be some sight. There is one big stag up there in the distance. So they said between 11 and 4, so I assume they're going to have to wait out to see if they come down the hill.
There is a house in New Orleans they call a rising sun, and it's been the ruin of many a poor boy, and God, I know I'm one. My mother was a tailor. She saw my new blue jeans. My father was a gambler. Beautiful walk. Walking around. We've done, I think we're about halfway with our 9 kilometres. Around the lake. Now the only thing a gambler needs is a suitcase and a trunk, and the only time he's satisfied is when he's on a drunk. When we kept walking around Glendalough, our bellies started to rumble, so we quickly found a spot and stopped for a salad, a lunch. Well, we've stopped for our lunch now from our walk. But can I say, what a view! Very windy, but what a view it has of Glendalough Lake, the upper and lower. Beautiful view. So this is the best place to have a nice salad or a nice salad. After our lunch, we stopped Glendalough walk. It's really good in the summer. Well, we had a look at the view in Glendalough. That was a brilliant walk in Glendalough. Now we are going to go back to July, where I was in Lough Dan, just near Scar Mountain, where we did last week. So let's go to Lough Dan. A beautiful day I got in July. Hello, and we are just travelled over now to Lough Dan, a beautiful loch in Wicklow, the valleys of Wicklow, just off Glendalough. Let's bring you around Lough Dan. Lough Dan is just a beautiful place on a day like today. Beautiful place. The beaches down there are really nice, and we're going to go down, but on a day like today in Lough Dan, you really need to come down to County Wicklow, Lough Dan. Coming up to Lough Dan, it's really nice because behind me you can see really nice beaches, and we're going to go down there now, but we're just popped over just to see how is the beaches. It looks like the Caribbean down there. I'm looking forward to being there. Yeah, well, we're walking now towards the lake. Look at this little beach, but it's really lovely here on this type of day. It is so lovely. So we're going to keep walking until we get here. Hopefully we will turn up somewhere beautiful, because I know we will. But look at that water there. It's really nice here in Lough Dan. You need to come. If you're in Wicklow, exploring Wicklow, you need to come to Lough Dan. Yes, you need to come to Lough Dan. So I'm just on my way back to reality. And then I saw some of this is bog cotton. They used to make it for the jumpers you're wearing right now. Bog cotton. There's the little lake I showed you. But bog cotton is really good. You find it in most bogs. Bog cotton. Now you know a bit about bog cotton. When I was coming back from Lough Dan, I just happened to see this. A little little built kind of house or something. I don't know what it was used, I don't know why it's there. But I'd say it was there for some kind of house. I'll look at. Now we're going to have to leave you, but join us next week for the Irish Music Special. See you next time. Bye bye.